My name is Fahad, and I never imagined my marriage would end the way it did, burned to ashes by betrayal, revenge, and tragedy. For 10 years, my wife Hania and I lived what looked like a happy life. We had a home, good jobs, and a son who was the light of my world. I wasn't perfect, but I was loyal. I thought loyalty was enough. Then one evening, Hania sat me down. She wasn't nervous, just excited, as if she was offering me a gift. "Fahad," she said softly, "we've been together for a decade. Don't you think maybe we should try something new? What about an open marriage?" I blinked, unsure if I heard her correctly. "You mean, see other people?" She smiled as if it were nothing. "Yes, it's modern, it's healthy. We wouldn't stop loving each other. We'd just explore. Many couples do it." I shook my head instantly. "That's not love, Hania. If you want to be with someone else, then you don't want me." Her smile faded, replaced with a cold stare. That was the night our marriage truly cracked. I refused her demand, but within weeks she started staying out late. Girls' nights. Work dinners. Always excuses. Always lies. One night, when she claimed she was working late, a friend sent me photos, Hania at a restaurant, laughing with another man, holding his hand across the table. My chest tightened, but I didn't explode. Instead, I gathered proof. Every message, every meeting, every betrayal. I built a case piece by piece until the truth was undeniable. For months, I pretended not to know. I smiled. I played the role of the clueless husband, while inside I was planning. I wasn't just going to leave her. I was going to make sure she felt the weight of every choice she made. The night of revenge came at her cousin's engagement party. The hall was filled with family, friends, and neighbors. Everyone who thought Hania was the perfect wife, the devoted mother, the respectable woman. When it was my turn to speak for the family, I stood up, microphone in hand. My voice was calm, but my heart thundered. "I want to say a few words about love," I began. The crowd hushed. "Love is built on trust, loyalty, and sacrifice. Without those things, marriage is just a contract of lies." I glanced at Hania. Her face tightened. She knew. I pulled out my phone, connected it to the projector, and pressed play. The screen lit up with photos and videos. Hania entering hotels with her lover, laughing in restaurants, messages where she wrote, "My husband will never know." Gasps filled the room. Her parents looked horrified. My family stared in disbelief. Hania stood up, screaming, "Fahad! Stop this! How dare you!" But I raised my hand. "You wanted an open marriage, Hania. You wanted freedom. Tonight, I've given it to you. In front of everyone." And with that, I handed her an envelope, divorce papers, signed and ready. The hall erupted into chaos. Relatives whispering, some shouting, others walking out. Hania crumbled to the floor, sobbing, humiliated beyond repair. I left the microphone on the table and walked out of the hall without another word. For weeks afterward, she called me, begged me, even showed up at my work, crying. But I never answered. I had already moved out with our son, cutting her off completely. The humiliation destroyed her. The man she risked everything for abandoned her the moment the scandal went public. Friends distanced themselves, neighbors shamed her, and her own family couldn't bear to look at her. A few months later, I received a call from her brother. Hania had taken her own life. The news left me frozen. Part of me wanted to feel pity, but another part of me remembered every lie, every betrayal, every tear she had caused me. My revenge had worked, but at a cost I never wanted. At her funeral, people whispered that my exposure had pushed her over the edge. Some blamed me. Others said it was her guilt. I didn't argue. I stood there quietly, holding my son's hand, staring at the grave of the woman who once promised to love me forever. Revenge had given me justice. But it also left me with a hollow heart. Even now, when the house is silent at night, I wonder if things could have been different. If I had walked away quietly instead of exposing her so brutally, would she still be alive? Would my son still have a mother? I'll never know. All I know is this: sometimes revenge feels powerful, but it rarely leaves you whole. Sometimes it leaves you haunted.